Welcome to another episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami, Season 2, Episode 3, Familiar Feuds. Chaotic's been shot more than 50 Cent. Gunplay buys a kitty to get his cat back. And you already know we have a new game for you today, so stay tuned for all that and more.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey.
I love this song.
Oh, it makes you just wanna.
Yes.
What is that called? Is that called wine?
Wine.
I thought that was Jamaican. What is it called in Latin world?
I don't know, but I know what you mean.
Well, it makes me want to do the salsa.
Yes.
Yes! She's lit. Okay, Amara La Negra, that's our opening song. Se que soy.
Sé que soy.
I actually like her song, so I'm glad we found that out today.
Yes.
So let's get right into this episode 3. We had a special segment yesterday. That was super fun to talk about our favorite moments. So now, episode 3, what are your overall thoughts of it?
Overall thoughts.
Oh, first of all, I gotta introduce myself.
Oh, please
Let
do.
the people know who we are.
do.
Just in case you're just tuning in to us, I'm Miss Conversation Peace, and I got my girl right here with me.
Yes. Hey guys, I'm Tyler. So happy to be here.
So you guys get familiar with us. We're gonna be the panel. One missing right now. And what are your overall thoughts?
Overall thoughts, I liked seeing Trina a lot more.
Yeah.
This episode, she popped up quite a few times. I always love to hear her thoughts on things because she's so real.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite part.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, overall, I feel like this episode was pretty entertaining. I won't even say what my favorite scene was, but I just didn't want to see young Hollywood again. And then it was like the whole conversation that was had. It was like, is this a setup or is this like, what is Prince talking about? It threw me off.
Yeah.
Because he's talking about good hair, and we already know that young Hollywood was in some hot water behind the comments that he made last season. So we'll get into that a little later. But basically, Prince and Chaotic, they opened up the show coming together for some kind of weird heart-to-heart. It was like Gangsta and a Pretty Boy. And I was like, I don't know what's going on here, but Chaotic's getting a tattoo on his face touched up. And
Right in the middle.
Right. He's barely able to talk. And Prince is like, oh, he doesn't think I'm tough enough. So they're kind of feeling each other out.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to toughen up Prince, saying he's too prissy.
He's not tough enough. Yeah. He's not tough enough for the music business. Do you take him seriously, though? Is he really trying to make music, you think? Or is this just for the show?
I think he's trying to make music because he wants just to follow the wave. Like, I feel like, I don't say it's the easy way out, but I feel like that's what everybody wants to do now. Like, that's the new wave. Like, I'm going to do music. Like, everybody feels like they can be a rapper for some reason.
Yes. I think if he's going to do it, he should definitely keep being himself. Like, don't try and be like Chaotic. Don't try and be like anyone else. So
don't be a gangster rapper. He's not gangster like that.
Clearly. He's clearly not gangster. And like Chaotic said, like, he's not quote unquote tough enough. But he doesn't necessarily have to be tough. He
could be like a LL Cool J, lick his lips, take his shirt off, do some body rolls. I don't know. He could do something.
He could do a little something.
Basically, Prince, he gives us a little background. He said he had a hard life growing up, so he kind of experienced some kind of, time where he, lost his car, lost his house, went to jail, had all these hardships. So he does have something that built his character as far as, like, he's just not some pretty boy who's just had it all handed over to him.
Yes.
And so I guess that's the common ground they're finding there, but I don't know. This seemed like a weird bromance to me. Like, they're just trying too hard to, like, make a friend for Chaotic, because he's been surrounded by women, I feel like, every scene. So now they're just like, oh, go talk to Prince. And he's
agree.
like, no, I don't want to talk to him.
Yeah, I don't think he's feeling him. And you can kind of sense it.
Did you not see the video that I sent in yesterday? They snatched Prince's chain.
Yes,
they
did.
So I don't know what happened from this episode to now, but for right now they're beefing in real life.
Yeah.
So they stole Prince's chain. If y'all don't know, you can check out T-Tenders and you can see that video where he's talking about, well, they didn't mess up my face though, even though they got his chain.
Yeah. No, they didn't mess up the pretty face.
Still pretty.
Still
like,
pretty.
Kimbella.
Yeah.
So Well, Veronica Vega and Polo meet up, and he's like doing his checks and balances. He's sat with his accountant. He's like, okay, this column right here needs to be dissolved because he spent over 1 million, 1.9 million.
Lord.
Like, how do you spend this much money on somebody I've never heard of? Because
Right.
I'm like, where's my investor?
Yeah,
Like,
right. Where's my
I can rap.
opportunity?
Like, I want to rap now.
Exactly. And what is it that he's paying for that she's not doing her job at continuing to keep the money flowing? Because it sounds like he's invested a lot. He said that he's sold his house for her, and we saw her get really emotional. So I think that talk really got to her. And maybe it lit a fire underneath her. So hopefully
I hope so.
do
She
something.
needed it because it's like, get to work. Like, if I had someone to give me almost $2 million, I'm going to be working my butt off.
Right.
Seriously. Because, I
Same.
mean, you got to take that money and be able to flip it because that's not something you get every day. Like,
No.
I'm flabbergasted because I'm like, you sold your house, you did all this, and I haven't seen anything from her.
Me neither.
We gotta Google her.
We
'Cause
do.
We've been doing some research, y'all. We're gonna get into it later on in the show. We're gonna give you some details on some of the things that these cast members are saying.
Yes.
It's not adding up in real life, okay?
It's not. And going off of Veronica Vega, he mentioned that she needs to do more singing, more dancing, and less showing her body off. And I think that there's a lot of entertainers out there that could be doing a lot more entertaining, and not that kind of entertaining.
Well, I don't know. Sex sells. I mean, I just saw a recent interview with Amber Rose. She said she makes $2 million a year just off of Instagram and her promotion. So, I mean,
That's mind-blowing.
you want to take some panty pictures, you can follow along the lines of Amber Rose.
Yeah.
And make some coin.
Yes.
I guess. I mean, Instagram is a big money maker. So.
It definitely is.
But she's obviously not capitalizing off of it
right.
at all. Let's see how many followers she has. I don't know.
Let's see.
You gotta.
I gotta
do it.
look at because
we'll pull that up really
Yes.
quick. If you're in the comments and you follow her, let us know. Please like, subscribe, and leave
Yes.
comments. Let us know your feedback, what you think about the show, what you want to see more of on the show.
Please do.
We actually, when you get that pulled up, just let me know.
Yeah.
We actually saw Trina sit down with Shay to have a woman-to-woman talk. How many followers does she have?
225,000.
Okay, so she's not up there as an Amber Rose, but
But she has an audience.
yeah, she has an audience. She can make at least 100,000.
Yeah.
Something while she's crying to her family like, I don't have nothing.
Right. I think she needs to choose a path. Like, either you're going to be an entertainer or you're going to be an Instagram influencer. So, I mean, some people can do both. Like, once you get to a certain point, you can balance the two and make money both ways. But I think what he's saying is you need to focus on the entertaining.
Yeah, because I feel like when you are an entertainer, you get those bigger deals. Like, I mean, Cardi B is now with Fashion Nova, but she got a $10 million deal with them, and she's making her own clothes. It's not like she's just posting, oh, I'm wearing Fashion Nova today. No, she's designing for Fashion Nova. So she needs to step up her boss lady skills and get some deals out there and get this money flowing. Because Polo just spent $2 million, girl.
It's a lot of money.
Call me if you need a rapper, Polo. I got bars. We play
She does.
We play Guess That Bar every week.
We
But
do.
We got a new game for you this week.
Yes.
We're going to get right into the sit down with Trina and Shay. So they decide to have a woman-to-woman because they say you can't have beef in Miami with Trina because that's her city. So Shay's not trying to
don't
ruffle
wanna
any
touch
feathers
that,
any longer. So she wants to sit down with Trina, and Trina actually kind of sides with her and says, I'm going to set up this meeting with Joy so we can squash the beef because there should never be beef over a man between ladies. And I totally agree.
Same here. I agree with Trina. I think that Shay and Joy needed to maybe have a conversation about it, but as far as getting physical and having a physical fight over it, that should have never happened. And like Trina said, Pleasure just didn't respect Shay enough to stand up for her. So if the man's not even respecting you, then why would you fight for him?
Exactly.
I
think she just was trying to fight for a spot on the show, for one.
Okay.
And then I think she has anger issues because she's fighting all the time. Like, we've seen her fighting in Atlanta. We've seen her. That's her MO. Like, that's what she does. So it's like, and it's usually over a guy.
Yeah. Which is, that's just.
And they're not still with her. Like, she's still single. So.
And that's the worst part.
You know what? Sometimes you got to look within. You got to change. And I think that's what kind of clicked when she had the conversation with Trina is, you know what, you're right. I shouldn't be fighting over. I need to work on me and get out here and do something positive for a change.
Yes.
You know, I don't know what she's going to do. I don't know what she does.
I don't either.
She's possibly an influencer as well.
She could, yes. Yes, she could be an influencer because if you are on TV and you have some sort of audience, I think they generally just go to you for promotion, but she doesn't have that title of an influencer, more so just a reality star.
Yeah, she needs to get her entrepreneurship on as well.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you think that Joy should have spilled the beans to Pleasure about Shay being in the club with another man?
Well, Joy and Pleasure are friends. I'm sorry. If I see my friends boo out, I'm going to probably walk over to the boo and say, hey, what's up? Oh, so I'm about to call my girl. Like, I'm going to put them on blast right there and let them know you called.
Yeah.
And I'm still going to tell my friend.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. But in this instant, Trina says that it's wrong.
Yeah.
Don't mind your business, which... I don't know. My friends are my business.
Yeah, I would say so too. I would have had to say something because if it all blew up and she found out and I was there, I'm going to be the one that's getting hit, probably. Because now she's upset that I didn't tell her. But that's a sticky situation to be in. It kind of sucks that even happened. What are the odds?
I'm going to tell my friend. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, that's sticky. That's a sticky situation.
Speaking of Trina, she has a label. Everybody's trying to sign. Bobby, Jesse Wu, there's all seem to be interested in Rockstar Music Group. However, I tried to Google this label and I didn't see anything. I saw that Trina is signed to, what is it called?
I'll look it up for you.
Is it Priority? No, not Priority. It's called something with a P.
Let me look it up. I'll look it up.
I thought I had it.
It's called Penalty Entertainment.
Penalty Entertainment. So we see that she's signed to Penalty. It looks like she has some kind of deal under her deal, and she's able to sign artists. However, I don't see a roster of artists yet. So Bobby is like really vying for this spot.
Yep.
I mean, he seems to be working hard. To me, he last episode he was in rehearsal. This episode he's doing his event. So I see him making moves. So I think he's pretty serious for sure.
I think he is too. She seems like she needs to see a little bit more. Like
what
he
else
needs
she
to
needs to do?
I don't know.
He in the studio. He rehearsing.
He's doing it. I don't know what more she wants to see from him, but maybe just to do it.
Does he have a finished song? Maybe that's what it is. Does he need like more songs?
Maybe. But we saw him doing the music video for Bang Bang in the beginning of the episode. So I don't know.
I think she just is putting him through it because they're so close. And I know that sometimes like even with the whole Veronica Vega and Polo, like she's pretty much taking advantage of the fact that this man is shelling out all this money and just got real comfortable. And I could see the same thing happening with Trina and Bobby if she was to just like, yeah, I'm gonna sign you. And he's like, oh, that's my cuz. She gonna take care of everything. And he'll probably be a little more lackluster in his efforts. So I think that's why she's kind of pushing him.
Yeah. And going off of that, one thing I wrote down, I had a question about whether or not you should work with family, because she mentioned that, if you work with family, sometimes they aren't as serious and they do become less focused. So do you feel like that's...
No, I believe in family businesses.
Okay.
I believe that you have to know how to separate the business and know to be professional and handle things. Because I've seen family businesses like be super crazy as well, but as long as you have a clear like position and professionalism, I think it's fine.
Yeah, same here. I think it can be done, but with the drama that they've had in the past, I think they might have some issue there still.
Well, Trina is just gonna be like the CEO of the label. She doesn't have to like babysit him. Like he can have his own A&R. Trina doesn't have to be that. She's just signing the dotted line, making the contracts happen. So I don't know what her role is going to be, or even her guy, Ray. He could handle it. He could be the buffer.
Yeah,
between
that's
them.
True. That's true.
That's what he's supposed to do. Because I'm gonna need you to have some kind of employment, sir, while you messing with the baddies. Okay.
Right, Ray. Boo.
Yeah. So we don't have anybody on her roster just yet. So maybe Bobby will make it.
Yes.
I don't know who let Young Hollywood in the studio with Prince and Chaotic. However, he's there giving his 2 cents about things, and they bring up the good hair.
Yeah, of course.
Prince. I really don't want you to get in the same boat as Veronica and Young Hollywood, because as you can tell, they're on the slippery slope off of this show very soon if they don't get it together. So that's the whole hair situation is just a sensitive topic.
It is.
And even Chaotic, he's like, I barely wash my hair. Like, I don't know.
At least he's honest. I think we might have known that, Chaotic.
But, I mean, he has this song idea and a dance, and he thinks it could be the latest craze. Are you feeling this song?
No. Nope. Not at all.
Are you feeling his good hair comments?
I'm not feeling the good hair comments. Anything pertaining to hair, claiming you have good hair or someone else has bad hair, just stay away from it, because a lot of people can take offense to it, especially like you said, with everything we've already seen from Veronica and Young Hollywood. We need to stay away from the hair topic.
Hello, stay away, stay far, far away.
Yes.
I don't know, but Chaotic is like, well, he seems to be very confident. I might back him on it. I don't know. I have a problem with the comments that Young Hollywood made and that Veronica made. However, I feel like a lot of artists, hip hop, they always are saying how they want somebody exotic, and we got Spanish chicks, and they're never like, I never really hear like uplifting black queens, or, we always be like, oh, B's and H's and twerk that, and it's like, that's all we are.
That's all we hear. That's all.
Yeah, that's all we're hearing. That's all we're seeing, and it's just like, where's the? I don't feel the embrace from
I don't feel
the culture, and I feel like that is, widespread. It's not just a Young Hollywood. Like he took it on a whole nother level, but it's like the same thing when the guy's like, I prefer an exotic over someone that looks like my mother or my sister or my child,
Yeah. And I think if the comments, negative comments, are coming from black women, or just, black men or men of a darker skin tone, I think that other men feel that they can also do the same and talk down on us. So it's almost like you need to make it so that other people want to look at us in a positive light as well. Because if you're giving us negative comments, then people are going to feel like that's okay, and it's not.
Yeah. So Prince wants to get in the booth. Chaotic is not going to let him. So they put him in a little hot seat and asked him to freestyle. And he had a little freestyle. What did you think about it?
I honestly thought that this was a joke. I thought the whole scene was a joke. I don't remember what the dance was called, but I thought that was a joke. I don't know, some shampoo.
Yeah, the shampoo. That's the one he's making a dance to.
Yeah.
But he already had that ready. But then he was like,
prepared.
He had that prepared, but then I think that's what he was trying to go in the booth and do. But they were like, oh, you're not going in the booth. We need to see, what you have. And he kind of freestyles, and they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they were kind of feeling it, but I'm like, come again, sir.
Yeah.
Come again.
I think you need to try it again.
I think he needs to try it again for sure.
Yes. While we are preparing our next topic, I want to let you guys know that we would love it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we have after shows for everything. We have drama, sci-fi, we have wrestling, we have reviews on movies, and by subscribing to our YouTube channel, YouTube will actually suggest content fit for you. And if you're worried about notifications, please don't be, because you can always turn them off. And if you subscribe, we will shout you out. Just let us know that you've done so in the chat. And that's all I have.
Like, comment, subscribe. Give us a 5-star rating on iTunes if you're listening. And let's get right into JoJo in the store with her mom. We find out that she's been cut off by her dad. Mom's been cut off. They've been left for dead, basically. Like
left for dead.
Yeah, like how are they gonna get money? Because she doesn't have the store anymore. But now she's opening up her store on her own. I don't know how she got the money. Maybe from her profits from the store her dad gave her. I don't know. But she basically has her NFL friend come through, and she's
Elvin.
telling her mom that she really is feeling Pleasure P, but her mom is like feeling this NFL player for her.
Mom is not for Pleasure P. She doesn't feel like it's a good fit, and I agree.
I agree, because he's had how many relationships and done how many girls on this show.
Right, and she's just another one on the list.
And I always feel like when you're friends with a guy first, and you have that bond, then you can have a great relationship. But sometimes it can ruin the friendship if it doesn't work. So I kind of see where she's coming from, but she's feeling Pleasure P a little bit, but she's also been giving him like the cold shoulder, like been flaking on him and all this stuff. So he decides to go missing on her for a week or two, and she's like having a heart-to-heart. She finally gets him to sit down with her. So
yes.
What do you think? Do you think she should kind of date around? Because, I mean, they're not super serious. So, I mean, or do you think she should give her friend a shot? Or what do you think?
Well, I'm still not sure that this relationship is real. For one thing.
It seems kind of real in the little meeting they had, because he was like, well, why didn't you just tell me? I could have came and comforted you. I could have got you some flowers or some cookies. Like, I thought that was
he
cute.
did offer some cookies.
I need some flowers and some cookies.
I love cookies.
Oh.
I think that she is going through a lot with the store and her parents breaking up and then having to side with her mom or choose sides in general. But she definitely could have communicated better. Like, if that's what's wrong with you, tell him so that he can come and comfort you, bring you some cookies or something. And you can see that he was a little bit hurt by that, her flaking on him. And
he cleared his whole schedule. Like, he's Pleasure P.
Right. Pleasure P. He didn't have to do that. Right.
I don't know, but she has the NFL player option as well. I don't know. He seemed like he was kind of feeling her too.
Elvin, I don't know about Elvin either. They don't give me a romantic vibe. They do seem like good friends, though. I can say that.
Well, she posted him today on her story.
She
so
did.
They got love for each other.
Yes.
What's next? Do we think JoJo is going to stay with Pleasure?
No.
Nope. Not going to last.
It's not going to last.
All right. Well, Trina, Shay, and Joy, who Shay used to date Pleasure, and she's going to have a beef with JoJo later on. We already know. So, last season, Shay actually fought Joy over Pleasure. So, what was Joy? We already said she was wrong.
She was wrong.
But this whole encounter of Shay trying to apologize, the way Joy comes in is just like, I didn't even know why I agreed to come here. I'm like, why are you here if you're not willing to listen? Because it's just kind of like it's a waste of time,
right? And neither one of them are dating him anymore, so it's really like
Joy was never dating him supposedly,
right? And so. Yeah, she came in with an attitude right away. The conversation went left like 2 minutes in. And Shay mentioned that she's apologized twice already. So I don't know why Joy is still butthurt over it.
Because she put hands on.
Oh, that's true. Oh, yeah.
But one thing I thought was interesting, and I wish my girl was here, because she said she loved the way that JoJo wrote for Amara when her and Jessie Woo and them sat down. The way that this sit down went, I felt like I liked the way Trina handled it, because she was able to call her out on her stuff and let her know, like, no, you're wrong for this.
Yes.
She's trying to apologize. Like, she was really trying to mediate and really being classy and really being, trying to bring the women together. However, on that other instance with JoJo and Amara and Jessie, I felt like they were just going to be messy. And that's kind of why I felt like Amara was not sorry and was playing games, because I'm like, how y'all just gang up on her like that? Like, I like how Trina handled this situation.
Same here. She wasn't afraid to let Joy know that she was wrong. She did it right there in front of Shay's face. But Trina has this thing about her where you respect her and her opinion, and they both listen to her. And
Joy wasn't listening at first. Well, it took a minute.
It took a second. But I noticed, like, when Trina sat down with Shay by herself, there's this, what's the word, tentativeness, where it's like, you know, I hear you and I'm taking in everything that you're saying. So I feel like they really respect her, and I'm glad she was there, because if she wasn't there, I don't feel like it would have
been another fight.
Yeah. It would have went left once again.
Yeah. So Veronica will get right into her family. She goes to visit them, and they are all speaking in Spanish. I didn't really hear anything that was going on, but it turns out that she feels like the burden of her family being taken care of is on her shoulders. So I'm guessing that's where the $2 million went, because she's saying that she doesn't have anything, and people think that she's doing this and doing that, and I'm like, who thinks this?
Yeah.
And where'd the money go?
2 questions.
Veronica, come talk to us.
Please. It is confusing, because that's a lot of money. So what happened to the money? And why is it that you still feel like you have this burden on you? Because she mentioned that the whole concept of being famous or making it is a burden for her. But it looks like you're doing, I guess, what it is that you want to do. But then again, it does connect, because the money was wasted and she feels like she's not where she wants to be. So,
yeah,
fix it, I guess.
Some kind of way you got to fix it, girl.
Yeah.
Use your Instagram to go do some freestyles or something. Twerk, something. I don't know, girl. Look at the twerk video Cardi B and City Girls did. Do something. So, I want to get into our new game. I'm so excited for this game. I hope it goes well.
I'm nervous.
It's called Hip Hop Stopwatch. And the way this game goes is I'm going to just say a word, and you have to come up with a song that has that word in the lyrics.
Okay.
All right? I'm going to give you some easy ones. Okay. I'm going to give you an easy one first just to warm you up. Okay? All right. Do we have a countdown? Ding, ding. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Work.
Work.
Yes! She did it. I knew you were going to get that one.
Yes.
All right. Shoot. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Shoot them up. I don't know. What's a good shoot?
I was thinking shot. No.
You could have used shot.
I could have used shot?
Yes.
Dang it.
Yeah, you could have.
Okay.
You
I
can
can alter it?
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, I know you're going to get this one.
Okay.
Heart.
I
gave you
it's tearing up my heart.
Yes, Backstreet Boys or NSYNC. I don't know which one it was.
One of those.
Okay. Hair.
I whip my hair back and forth.
Hey, yes, you're good at this game.
Oh my God.
Because guess that bar yesterday, y'all didn't get none of them right.
We sucked at that.
Okay.
game.
One more.
Okay.
Woman.
God. Woman. I feel like there were so many, and it was clouding my.
Yeah, you just weren't ready for this game because it's new.
Hear me roar.
Yes.
Oh, I'm a woman. Hear me roar. Dang it.
There you go. Well, we have some news and gossip for you guys.
Yes.
A little bit of breaking news.
And now,
Yes.
AfterBuzz TV News.
So, Jessie Woo, one of the stars on Love and Hip Hop Miami, she is, expanding her Sister Talk Live. She'll be doing one in Brooklyn on January 26th, and then she'll be doing one in Miami February 16th. So
that's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad she didn't let Amara take her idea and just say, well, I don't want to do it anymore. So I'm glad she's expanding and doing it in both places.
Yes, me too. Because with reality TV, we never know what's completely real and what's not real. And that leads me to this next little news portion.
What happened, girl?
So Mona Scott Young visited the ladies over at The Real, and she discussed the idea that this show is scripted. We have the clip here. Take a look.
Reality stars often blame the editors and the producers for the way they're portrayed on TV.
I know.
What do you have to say about that?
Wouldn't it be great if we could have someone that we could just say they made me do it? As we go through life every single day, we all do things every day that we think about, we're not proud of, we don't love.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be convenient?
Okay.
If there was somebody that we could point to and say it was all their fault. You know, like.
Okay,
But
Mona.
I mean, listen,
Right.
I always say it's not a magic box, right? That camera. We all do things that we look back at and we wish we had handled differently and maybe not have done or said that. And it's easy to point the finger and blame, you know, producers for that. But these guys know none of it is scripted. It's all them. Yes.
Got it.
So it's
Own up to it.
Okay.
Own up to it, guys. Just like you said, you want when you have people apologizing, you want them to own up. Just own up to it. You did it.
Yeah.
They didn't edit you,
They
Young
did that.
Hollywood.
Right.
You did that.
Yeah, you said that. I was reading the comments underneath this video, and people were saying, you know, yeah, maybe what they said was, you know, from them, obviously, but that the situations
Oh, yeah,
are,
they get set up.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely get set up. Because I can just imagine, like, if you say, oh, I hate Veronica Vega, and then they be like, oh, we're going to have Veronica Vega show up at this bar.
Perfect.
Like, right.
Yeah.
You know, a fight is going to happen. So, yeah, in a way, they're set up for sure. I
Yes.
think so.
Yes.
Is that it for news and gossip?
That's it for news and gossip.
Okay, so we can get right into our predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV prediction.
Kills me every time.
I know. What do you think's going to happen in episode 4?
Episode 4, I think that Bobby's going to continue trying to get on Trina's good side and make it into her record label. And JoJo, I think JoJo and Pleasure P, unfortunately, are going to continue to have more issues. I personally think that.
Okay. Well, I predict that Amara will show up at this party. We saw that she actually showed up to Hollywood's party, and supposedly they're going to bury the hatchet. This is his olive branch to her. I just think it's going to end up in drama, though. Like, I don't think it's going to be a nice time because we already seen the Amara drama after drama. So I think this is just going to be another one added on to it.
Yes.
And I think Trina is going to sign Bobby. She's not going to leave her family hanging, so she's going to sign him.
Okay, that's a good one. Oh, question. Do you think that they're going to bring Amara and Veronica in the same room soon? Because they have beef.
What do we just say? Mona Scott know what she doing. Yes, they gonna do it.
It'll happen. It'll happen for sure.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us each and every week.
Yeah.
You please make sure that you guys follow me on Instagram at Conversation Peace or tweet me at MISS Convo Peace, and please leave a comment and let us know what you think about the show.
And you guys can follow me on Instagram at Tyler S. McKinney, or you can watch me on YouTube at Tyler McKinney if you want.
All right, we're out of here. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.